and drink down my frozen Coke from McDonald's.
Nice. That's a good move.
Dude, I have to tell you, I went and worked out for about 45 to 50 minutes or so. And oh, this is weird. And okay, that's not happening. All right, let's just go back to the Zoom here. You still with me?
I am. I got the little notice we're being streamed live on YouTube, so we should still be good.
Okay.
So let's get to it, man. So you went and worked out today. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about, man. Honestly, it was pretty crowded in the club, but I have to tell you, normally on the second floor, it's like freezing on the second floor.
Right.
Even though heat rises, it's still freezing in that club because they keep the air conditioning on
Sure.
so high. It was about 90 degrees on the second floor.
Ugh, unbelievable. Where do you work out? I mean, what club? You don't have to tell me the location.
Right down the
Okay.
street from me.
Cool.
So
Nice.
I used to be a member over at Lifetime, and then I signed up with Export because I do the same thing there for $10 a month that I did at Lifetime for $150 a month.
Yeah, Lifetime, Lifetime kind of came in and replaced Bally's a few years ago, kind of bought a bunch of old Bally's clubs, and it was like a $30 or $40 a month deal. Now it's $150. I'm like, I'm not interested, because you got to get the right price. And look, in times like this, we've talked for weeks and weeks on the radio show about inflation. You got to watch your P's and Q's everywhere, right? And that's one of those places. So
yeah. So how's things by you? I know you're just getting back into it now.
Yeah, you know what? My situation, you're right. I refereed the last couple of nights. It was hot last night, but we didn't play the game until after the sun went down. So it was hot, but it was not ridiculous. They've already canceled that for tomorrow.
They did?
I'm really kind of going to lay low till Friday and work on some content and production and some other stuff. We got a couple of loans we're working on, usual stuff.
Yeah. I guess we have an excessive heat warning through tomorrow at 8:00.
Yeah. So
I'm not complaining, because I know in 4 months from now, we're going to be looking back.
It won't take that long. It'd be the reality of the situation is we're probably 10 weeks out from that first really cold blast, which usually happens right around Halloween. Right. Yeah. So it's that first day where the highs are in the 30s and you're like, even if that's only 2 or 3 days, it's unpleasant and it's out.
Yeah, we're going to be dreaming about these excessive heat days.
Exactly.
So
speaking about hot, let's talk about the real estate market.
Yeah, it's boiling. It's on fire today.
Yeah, no joke. Literally.
It is. It is what it is, and we talk about it every week. But like we always say, it's cyclical. Real estate is cyclical, like every other market. We got a great show tomorrow. I don't know if you got my email or not, but
I did. I'm looking forward to having another guest in the studio. And I think that there's definitely some stuff to have conversation. Let's not get too bogged down in it here today. But I think that if we talk a little bit about FHA loans and cure lists and kind of philosophically, I'll just say this. A lot of people fuss on occasion about FHA loans because they're like, well, I don't want this cure list. I don't want to have to make repairs. I want to do that. Understand this. The reason that cure list exists. So if you're selling to FHA, what's called the cure list is there is a minimum standard that the property has to meet in terms of functionality and in being in good repair, right? And so the reason that exists is the FHA loan, A, allows you to make the lowest down payment in the market at 3.5%. B, it allows you, if it's going to cost you, let's say, $8,000 to go to closing, your down payment, your closing costs, all the credits are worked out. It's going to cost you $8,000. You can have $8,001 in your checking account and go to closing. Well, if you go to closing and the next day you get hit with a $2,500 roof repair, and 3 weeks after that, you get hit with a water heater repair bill because
you're in trouble.
You're doomed from the start. So the FHA understands that they're letting you squeeze in, but they're trying to guard against setting you up for failure as a potential homeowner. And so does that fall on the seller? Yeah. But I would tell you, Larry, in a normal market, the house should be in good condition anyway. Like, let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they want to make sure who's ever buying through an FHA loan, they're buying a safe house. That's what what I'm finding lately is more concerned with than anything are safety issues.
For
And of
sure.
course, if you have some peeling paint, they're going to want that scraped and painted, things like that. But I have to tell you, I've had a lot less difficulty with FHA loans recently than I have had in the past years.
I think two things are really in play there. I think that the first one is, look, lenders are in the business to make loans, right? Especially in a challenging market like this over the last couple of years. We want to get people into houses, and we don't want any program to get a bad rap unnecessarily. So it's really important to understand that, right? And then the second thing is there's been some guidance to appraisers. And, where it used to be, if there was a crack in the paint, they're like, repaint all these railings.
Yeah.
Now it's like, if it's flaking off and it's in urgent need of repair, well, yeah, then we can paint it. And you don't even have to paint the whole thing. You just have to cover it. Again, saving the homeowner. Like, what's the minimum that saves the homeowner once they get into the house? And really, that's, I think, an important shift in mindset that is come into play. And it's that mindset that helps people kind of get through. So,
yeah, so I think, so coming up Saturday, we have Charlie Belafontaine on. He is not only the host of, let me see, what's the name of his show? It is the Homebuyers Hour on Saturday. Now that comes on 3 hours before us. They're on at
right.
6 o'clock in the morning. So you got to get up early in the morning to see the home buyer show. However, they do little clips and stuff that they release content wise on YouTube, TikTok, and other things. And
Cool.
he's joined by another VA mortgage lender. And he's also joined by, of course, a guy that you've met and we've talked with the last couple of weeks, Patrick Loftus at Loftus Law.
Gotcha.
So Charlie will be on, but he's also a home inspector and owns Chicagoland Home Inspection. And so I think we're going to have a lot of good crosstalk involving VA loans and FHA loans and the inspection as it relates to what is minimally required and how to negotiate home inspection issues, if you will.
Right. I get that. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we're going to be able to cross talk.
Yeah, it should be really powerful. I mean, at the end of the day, look, Larry, one of the things I think we've tried to do with the show, and you more than me because you're the one kind of coordinating the guests, but I think we do this with the guests every week, is, hey, look, is there some value that you can bring to the table for the folks that are listening in terms of what that's gonna, what you do and how it helps them? Because at the end of the day, I think so often in our business, whether it's my side of the business or yours, or it's the legal side or the home inspector side, like what everybody who's got a service and a function in the business often gets accused of, well, you're always selling what you have. Well, yeah, on one level it's true. That's how we earn a living. But the reality is, if you're good at your job, you're trying to help people. And guess what? People always have mortgage problems unless they can pay cash for a property. So yeah, I'm here to help. People always think they can buy real estate because they've watched HGTV, but they need your help, practically speaking, more often than not. So, the fact that you're able to help is really, that's where your expertise comes into play. Like, of course we're selling, we're always selling, but are we overselling people stuff they don't need? No, we're just talking about what we do to help.
Right. And I think Charlie is going to be able to shed a lot of light on the home inspection side of this as it relates to, home inspectors. They got a tough job because there isn't one house that I've ever sold that I don't get a list back that is 40 bullet points long. Some are red, some are yellow, some are green, and some mean nothing. Most mean nothing, but you got to pick your battles when you're negotiating home inspection issues. And you just have to be fair about it, because no deal comes together without you know, everybody feeling like they got a little something and they're not walking away,
Yeah.
get totally hammered. So,
Well, and yeah, I think that that's important. And I think that look, the biggest thing I think is for home inspectors that's difficult in the current market is that, they're expected to do a lot of review and a lot of work in a very short period of time, for folks. And it's just, it can be really, really demanding. And they got to have a very comprehensive list of knowledge for, honestly, a pretty fair price. Like a home inspection is you get a lot for your money, no matter who does it.
you do, you really do. And typically they're about, these days they're running somewhere around $500 for a home inspection, unless,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen home inspections cost $2,500 to $4,000 on 10 and 15,000 square foot properties.
Right.
Where they bring in literally a group of inspectors that will take an entire, 3/4
Yeah.
day. That's a
Sure.
whole.
So no, I'm looking forward to doing a deep dive on Saturday for sure.
Yeah.
What else? What else is going on in your real estate front? my friend?
You know what? I mean, it's one of these markets where, yes, it's a seller's market, but you got to price your home right. You got to market it correctly. You got to pre-market it correctly, and you got to work with the people like and trust. This is
Right.
not a market for the faint of heart. It
For
really
sure.
isn't.
For sure.
And we'll talk more about that on Saturday. Saturday, of course, we start at 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock in the morning. The
Okay.
couch is open. Dylan,
I'm looking forward to being on the couch on Saturday
you
morning,
won't be
Larry.
on the couch, but you'll be providing the therapy along with me
Yep.
and Charlie.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, so we'll see you Saturday at 9. You guys tune in, WCPT 820 on Facebook, on YouTube at Larry Shackman, LarryShakman, and also on TikTok at the real estate therapist _. So
There you
yeah,
go.
you guys tune in, and Dylan, have a great rest of the week.
Awesome.
And we shall talk soon.
Cool. Thanks, Larry. Do the same.
All right, man. Yeah.
All right. You got it.
Yep. See you. All right, everybody. So that was Dylan Kramer, and we are going to be seeing all you guys live on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And tune in. We're going to have a great show. Charlie Belafontaine is going to be there, and we're going to talk a lot about FHA, VA, buying homes now in this market, selling homes in this market, the best way to do that, and the best way to position yourself. So you guys stay cool out there. Keep your air conditioning on. Dylan, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Larry.
Okay, bye.